All right, so just coming back, the last video we looked over the analytics tab as it has to do with the overview, and then we also looked at the general look at the host platform. I didn't spend a lot of time there because we're all very familiar with that at this point, as well as looking at it from the user experience as well. So now I'm just going to take a quick look into our services under the analytics. So you have if you're under analytics, you're going to see a services tab, but also over here on the left under the admin platform, you're going to see a services. I'll show you the difference between the two. But for right now, and I've just got it queued up to our Sunday service, this is basically what the overview did as an overview. This brings it down to the analytics for each individual service. You'll be able to see the day and time, as well as the title of the message, how many unique attenders are. We covered that in the last one. That's how many unique web browsers that have at least loaded the page for the service. And then the peak concurrent, that was the highest number of people on at the same time. And so I think what's kind of cool is you'll be able to see the graph of how that works out. And I think it's very interesting. You're seeing most people come in towards the end of worship, maybe even a little bit of a dip, but right here is where we're seeing most of the people. So people are still late to online church, if you can believe that. You can look at the total time attended. You saw this for across all services, but this actually has to do with this specific service, this 9 a.m. service. So we had people log on for a sum total of 757 minutes. 3-second attenders, these are people who are present for at least that long. Same for the 10-second attenders. This just has to do with retention stats. I won't get into all that real quick or real late. I won't spend a lot of time there. Hosts, you're going to see the different hosts or how many hosts were on there logged in. Even though we weren't really doing active hosting for this service, I know that I logged in, and Debbie, I think you said that you log in as well. So that's why you're seeing that as well. And you can actually see we had 6 other people that were sending chat messages as well. So I'm not sure who did host. Actually, I think this last Sunday, I think somebody coaxed me into saying hello. So it was kind of cool. Salvations, we've talked about that in a previous, but it was really, to think about it, really, I don't want to pass over the fact that 3 people said that they were either committing or recommitting their life to Christ as a result of this message. And that's powerful. We don't know all the stories that were a result of this. And of course, we're not doing live prayers right now, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that. Public chat messages. This is very interesting to me. There were a lot of people, and I wish I could go back. You can actually go back into the transcripts. I'll show you how. But we had a lot of people interacting with PG's message, very much like Facebook. And I don't know that people realize how much like it is, and that's why I really like Church Online. And we'll continue to fight forward for it unless there's a better option. But you're going to see people engage. So we obviously had several people engaging in that service. Here's one of the things I really want to be able to show you that I think is just super cool and is going to help us as we go forward and as we get better mentioning this from the platform in promo videos or in intro videos, as well as even when our host moderation comes back to the forefront in the next coming months. But I'll show you how to set up these moments if you don't know already. But I do have these automatically posted at certain times. You can see that. These can be done manually, but right now I have them scheduled. I'll show you in a moment. But the point is, you see something called an impression. And these were people who were actually able to see it. So those are just people that you viewed, kind of like whenever you're scrolling through Facebook and it shows you viewed a video even though you were only on it for a few seconds or whatever, you didn't truly view it. It's what's called an impression, and they're kind of changing their language there as well. Interaction is really what we're trying to get. When you see people interact, that means they are actively clicking to the next option. So we had 3 people commit their life or recommit their life to Christ. We had 1 person either give or at least click onto our giving platform. We had a few people say they want to connect to community and stay informed. We had a few people that said they wanted to be prayed for, so that queued up again. Remember, we talked about all that in the user experience. They will see those different forms. And then I really like when you see texting a friend this link. So whenever they click that invite link, it will queue up basically a text invite that they can share with their family and friends and loved ones. So I think that's kind of neat that we're seeing at least a little bit of that happening. Okay, and then let me go into reporting. I will say this is something I know very little about. This is a brand new feature that they have added on. But let's go ahead and jump to it because if I were to just go, I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, click on that download. I honestly, this is the first time I've done this, so I'm not seeing anything happen. Try it one more time. Nope. Okay, so I think it's sending me a zip folder. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Debbie, this is something I'd love for you to look into and see, maybe I'm sure there's value in it. I'm not sure where it is. My guess is it would speak to the prayer interaction and then whatever chats are going on, inside there. It's always kind of cool to see what people are talking about and how they're interacting with us. That would be a great part of the reporting. Just to kind of, Pastor George and myself would probably just want to know the bare bones. We wouldn't want to see every single transcript, but if there's a story shared um, uh, or if you can pick up on trends of how people are interacting, that would be great to be able to report that up. So I'm going to go ahead and push pause here again, and then we'll jump out of the analytics side and jump into services.